Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to be watching a video about Octavia Blake. This is a character from the 100 and it was recommended by one of you. Specifically it's called Hate Yourself, which is a pretty sad title, and it's by H.J.M. edits. So yeah, I do want to mention that I have in fact watched a little bit of the 100. I think I've watched like the first two seasons maybe way back when, but I think at that point I was a lot more invested in the Arrowverse episodes or the TV series, and so and same thing with like the originals and shows like that. So whatever in those two universes was still on, that's what I was watching more of. So I ended up just dropping the show, and I do remember this character though. I remember her from the early seasons. I believe she has a brother, and I think that she ends up having a relationship with, I believe they're called Grounders. I don't know much beyond that in terms of where her story goes. I think she becomes like one of the few original characters that integrate very well with the people that are already on the planet Earth. Yeah, I mean, beyond that, I think that the series at some point travels to another planet, but I don't know the specifics or anything beyond that about that part of the story. So, yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the video.
Sorry, Belle.
That's episode 1, I think, right?
I don't fit in here.
We're your people.
Oh, no, it's not. She just looks a lot
We were
younger
sent down
there.
Together. We survived together.
Interesting.
Lincoln was...
That's from the first episode, definitely. I think that was inside the ship.
Sky Crew, you're one of us.
I'm one of you?
Is Lincoln
I'm
the
not Tree Crew,
boyfriend?
I'm not Sky Crew.
I'm nothing. You made me hide under the floor. What if you floated my mother? I'm not hiding now.
Get outside!
Oh, that was because she wasn't allowed to be born, right? Because she was a second born, right? To prevent overpopulation or whatever.
Octavia of the Sky people.
Get stomped round, Guyon up, no time.
Strength of spirit like that is rare. It must be guided.
Grounders don't give up. We fight.
Look at yourself. It is time to stop playing grounded before you get yourself hurt.
I'm not playing anything. This is who I am.
Like you said.
I gotta say, she was one of the better characters, I think, from the show. I didn't love the series overall. That's probably one of the reasons why I dropped it. But I mean, I did enjoy her as a character, as one of the few that I've really liked. But I think I think several characters do die in the first season as well, which, I mean, is always a bold choice for a show to actually do that. I mean, usually characters just never die, even in like very intense situations. So I do appreciate the show for doing that. Yeah, I really like the route that they went with this character, in that they like have her removed from everyone else and becoming like kind of her own thing, and like becoming a mix between, you know, where she came from, which was like, I believe it's like a not a starship. It's like the International Space Station, right? Is where all the people are housed or whatever. Because she was kind of an outsider in that community, because she wasn't actually allowed to be born or whatever. She was kind of alive, sort of illegally to say. I think everyone was like barred from having more than one child, and so she would like live under the floorboards, as they showed earlier. And then like she ends up also finding a community of people like that are already on Earth. So I thought that was an interesting aspect of her character.
I wasn't fighting for Sky Crew today. I thought I was fighting for myself, but...
Well,
I
she's
now
killing
know that's
people who
not
I don't
true
know.
either. I was fighting for us all.
I like the war makeup. It looks pretty cool.
There are people worth saving. We are one clan, and we will survive Prime Fire together.
No idea what that is.
I now believe that you will deliver us back to the ground.
Alright then. Yeah, so I did not get that far in the show. I have no idea what was going on there.
Without mercy is nothing. It's nothing. But you can end it.
I gotta say, the character designs for the Grounders look very, very cool. Like they all have different tribes looking thing. Like they all look very unique and everything. Very fascinating. I mean, it reminds me kind of. I think I'm thinking of the right thing where like some characters in Van Helsing have like very unique designs in terms of like the makeup that they wear and things like that, and it's very interesting and cool to see because it's like there are these little pockets of communities, whereas initially I think in the show we think it's just like general Grounders, and I said earlier that I didn't love the show. I think part of the reason was that they killed off. I don't know if his name was Finn. I think his name was Finn. The character that like everyone liked at like the first episode. I just thought he was a cool dude, and then they kill him, which I think that was at the end of the first season or something. I think the main character gets him killed or something like that. I don't remember too much. I don't know. I think that was part of the reason where I was like, let's not keep going or something like that. Again, this is one of the characters that I'm like, yeah, I actually like this character.
You can save us.
She's dropping a lot of bodies, by the way. Don't know who these people are. Oh. Does she die? I actually have no idea.
So proud of you.
I remember her. She's also in The Witcher, I think. Yeah.
I am not a leader, Jaha. I'm a fighter. Warrior.
And a warrior needs a war.
Is that Jaha? I actually
mother was
don't know.
floated
I don't remember.
for having
All the
such a
adults
child
suck
having
in this show, by the way. They're all like screwed up in the head.
We have a chance to do something better here.
I think, didn't he
throwing
have
it
like a
away.
coup or something
You think
in
you're
that
better than
episode,
me,
the first
Kane?
episode?
That you've learned from your mistakes?
If it was up to you, one crew would have died of starvation in that bunker. You were too weak to do what had to be done. So it's okay
Oh.
for me to be the monster, but not you, is that right? You eat or you die. Eat or die. That was you two!
Alright then. What is happening?
Or you are the enemy of one crew. And like all of our enemies, choose. She will be dealt with.
What is happening?
There's a darkness in your
Oh my god.
Darkness is all we have left. Be careful of the dark.
By the way, does the brother die? Is his name Bellamy? Does Bellamy die in this series? I think that's his name, Bellamy. Could be wrong. I know that he ends up liking Clark or something like that at one point, but I don't know if anything happens with that. But I don't know if he dies or not. Tell me in the comments if you know. I don't know how many people are going to be watching this, but if you have an idea of whether or not what his fate was, I'm very curious because he's not in anything apart from like the very early stuff.
Too easy to lose your way. Look at yourselves. I made you all.
There is a
into
lot of
one
blood
crew
here.
warriors, fighters. I gave you something to believe in. Amon Gana-san. What are you now?
I'm assuming she united all of the Grounders.
You're cowards.
Look at you. Fighting is all you know.
Oh,
Death is all you know.
oh my god, that is a lot of
I am.
death.
Justice and vengeance are not the same.
I am honestly surprised. This is very similar to levels of blood that you see in maybe the Vampire Diaries. Maybe a little bit less, but like they seem to have a lot of like fights and blood in this series, which is interesting. Not something I would have expected as much of from what I remember. I feel like it wasn't as bloody. Perhaps it was because a lot of the time they had bullets and stuff, I think. I don't know. It's just interesting. Or maybe I'm just misremembering since it's been so long since I've looked at anything from the show.
We are what we've done and what's been done to us.
Oh, that's the
You've
brother,
had a
right?
rough go, I'll
What
give
is
you that.
what is
And it-
okay? What is this cube thing that they keep eating? I don't know. That's like the second time that they've shown that shot. It just looks weird. I don't know. That was weird. That's a weird shot of like someone eating from like the side view. This like gelatinous looking cube. Just not appetizing looking at all.
Made your dark side strong.
If not for you, I would have
Oh,
delivered us
well, those kids got
safely to
shot.
that valley. Our sins
Was that Bellamy that just got
washed
shot?
away. Everything I did in that bunker, I did for my people. Everything we had to do to get there. It don't make sense. Now nothing does.
Oh, you turned this place into a story from your childhood. I mean, the Red Queen? It's a joke.
We survived.
survived that because of me. You stood there and watched.
Yes. I shouldn't have let you shoulder that burden.
Octavia.
Get away from me!
What is happening? I'm so confused now.
There's no coming back.
Am I a monster? Yes, I am.
You murder people to get them to eat their friends and
Oh my god, okay. So it seems that this show went the cannibal route. I feel like I'm kind of glad that I stopped now. Oh my god. They went the cannibal route. This chick just started feeding people to everyone. Oh my god. I don't know how I feel about that. So is that what those gross cube-looking things were? Was that a human? I don't know where to go from here.
families.
You didn't have to wage war. You didn't have to burn down the farm.
And then you burned the farm to get them to march because you couldn't live with the idea of not getting to that valley, even when there was another way.
Is the farm like a place of food or whatever?
Vanity.
Your mistake was liking it. Power. It's the kiss of death.
You got 400 people killed in that gorge.
Oh, that's a lot.
Are dead because of you.
You caused the world to be destroyed. What you want needs to be earned. Now,
All right then. That's interesting. That is scary. That is a scary turn. I was not expecting that at all.
But you can't save someone who's already dead.
I am so surprised that this is where the story went. Oh my gosh.
everyone hates you. Everyone you care about.
Should have died in that gorge anyway.
Octavia!
Okay, so Bellamy's alive.
My sister died a long time ago.
But that's not the worst part, is it?
You want absolution? Take it. Take it!
You hate yourself, too.
So I'm assuming she's a prisoner now of like an uprising, I'm assuming.
Do you want to die? Just say the word and put you out of our misery.
Oh.
You think you can scare me?
All right then.
Abby, stop this! You're giving her what she wants, can't you see that?
What do you care if I die?
Isn't Abby... Abby is Clark's mother, right? Didn't she die early on? I thought she died like the first season or something. I don't know. Perhaps she was still in space. I thought that in space everything went crashing down at one point and like that was the end of that. I don't know. I could be misremembering again. I'm not certain, but I thought that she died very early on for some reason.
What you want?
Yes.
I may never be able to fix what I broke. But I can save you.
I know you're afraid, but fear
Oh.
is a demon.
That person
Close
just
your eyes
burned.
and tell yourself that you are not afraid.
I'm not afraid.
Good. Good. See, that's how you slay the demon. Afraid.
Yes, you are. You always have been.
What is happening?
Or you are the enemy of one true.
Oh, well that child... Is that a child? Oh. What is happening right now? This is a lot. Honestly, this is a lot. That's season 1, right? That's definitely season 1, I think.
As long as you draw breath, you can turn it around. Everybody hates you right now, so what?
I need you in my life, Belle.
Who are you now, Miss Blake? Your
So
brother's
she's talking to
sister?
Bellamy,
Or
okay.
the monster who would have watched him die in this very arena?
You are my rock. Without you,
Okay, so she's fighting herself. I'm assuming this is in her
I
head
was
now.
lost. I couldn't find my way out of the dark.
Oh, okay. That's blood.
Things I can't take back. Things that will haunt me until the day I die.
The queen is dead.
No blood brain in that way. This is how it was meant to be.
Okay, interesting.
You and me.
Side by side.
Interesting. I will say that was definitely an interesting video. The whole cannibalism thing was kind of a left turn. I was not expecting that from this show at all. I mean, sure, the same network has, the Vampire Diaries, the originals, Legacies, shows about vampires, but like, that's a little different in my book, so I just wasn't expecting that at all from this show. That being said, it was definitely an enjoyable watch. I mean, I got to rethink and remember some of the things I hadn't really thought about in a long time. When this was recommended, I was kind of like, this sounds like a fun time, and it definitely was. It was interesting to see the path that this character goes down later on. I'm still a little unclear on what happens towards the end, which, is kind of good, because maybe one day I'll watch it and actually figure out the rest of the story. But I do kind of wish there was a bit more of like the supporting characters, so we could get some more context as to what's going on, especially characters that I probably knew, like Bellamy, or like, I don't know who the lady was that, like, I think she was her mentor that was also a grounder, who's also in The Witcher, by the way. I remember her from season 1. I don't know, I recognized her from that. And yeah, I really had a good time with this video. It was nice watching a show that I hadn't revisited at all since I stopped watching it, because it's like, oh, I knew some things, but it was kind of like moreover just seeing where the story naturally progressed from there on. That being said, I enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun, and if you have any thoughts or comments on my reaction, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any ideas, also let me know. If you liked the video, please like the video, and as always, subscribe for more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.